Imagine standing on the shore of an ancient ocean 100 million years ago. The water looks calm. The sky is silent. Everything seems peaceful. Then, the surface suddenly explodes. A predator longer than a school bus launches from the deep, its jaws snapping shut around another giant animal. In seconds, the water turns red before becoming eerily calm again. Now imagine looking up. A flying predator with a wingspan wider than a small airplane glides overhead, searching for its next meal. Meanwhile, along the shoreline, a crocodile the size of a city bus waits patiently beneath the surface, ready to ambush anything unlucky enough to take a drink. This wasn't a fantasy world. This was Earth. For hundreds of millions of years, nature kept creating larger, faster, and deadlier hunters. Some ruled the oceans, others dominated rivers, coastlines, or even the skies. Each one was perfectly designed for a single purpose: to become the ultimate predator. But out of all these giants, which one was the greatest hunter ever built by nature? Let's find out. Nature has always been obsessed with one thing: survival. Every animal must eat to survive, but predators face an even bigger challenge. They must catch food before someone else does. Over millions of years, evolution rewarded hunters that became faster, smarter, stronger, and sometimes much larger. When food was abundant and ecosystems were thriving, some predators grew to unimaginable sizes. They didn't become giants just because they could. They became giants because being bigger gave them incredible advantages: larger jaws, greater strength, longer range, the ability to hunt animals that no other predator could challenge. From prehistoric oceans to modern seas, Earth's biggest hunters have shaped ecosystems and rewritten the rules of survival. Today, we're meeting the largest hunters ever created by evolution and discovering why size alone wasn't enough to make them legends. The ocean, a world built for giants. If you want to find the biggest hunters in Earth's history, there's only one place to start: the ocean. Water supports enormous body weight far better than land. That means marine predators can grow much larger without collapsing under their own mass. For millions of years, the oceans became an evolutionary playground where giant hunters flourished. Some reached lengths of over 20 meters. Others weighed more than 50 tons. They hunted whales, giant fish, marine reptiles, and almost anything else that crossed their path. Among them, one predator became a legend: Megalodon, the ultimate shark. No list of giant hunters is complete without the mighty Megalodon. Living between about 23 and 3.6 million years ago, Megalodon was the largest predatory shark ever known. Scientists estimate it grew up to 20 meters long. That's roughly 3 great white sharks lined up nose to tail. Its mouth alone measured nearly 2 meters across. Inside were around 250 serrated teeth, arranged in multiple rows. Each tooth could reach over 18 centimeters long. But teeth weren't its greatest weapon. Its bite was. Researchers estimate Megalodon's bite force exceeded 100,000 newtons, making it one of the strongest bites ever produced by any animal. Its favorite prey included dolphins, seals, and even enormous whales. Fossil whale bones bearing massive bite marks revealed just how devastating its attacks were. One powerful bite could crush ribs, damage vital organs, and leave prey unable to escape. For millions of years, Megalodon ruled the oceans with almost no competition. Mosasaurus, the reptile that terrorized ancient seas. Long before Megalodon appeared, another giant predator dominated prehistoric oceans. Meet Mosasaurus. Despite its dinosaur-like appearance, Mosasaurus wasn't a dinosaur. It was a giant marine reptile related to modern monitor lizards and snakes. Growing up to 17 meters long, it hunted with incredible efficiency. Unlike sharks that constantly swam, Mosasaurus used a powerful tail to launch sudden attacks. Its jaws were lined with curved, backward-facing teeth that prevented prey from escaping. It fed on fish, turtles, sharks, seabirds, ammonites, and even other marine reptiles. Scientists have even found evidence of cannibalism. When food became scarce, even another Mosasaurus wasn't safe. Everything about its body screamed predator: flexible jaws, powerful muscles, excellent eyesight, and speed that surprised almost every victim. Giant squids, silent hunters of the abyss. Not every giant predator relied on brute force. Hidden thousands of meters beneath the surface lives one of Earth's most mysterious hunters. The giant squid. Growing beyond 13 meters in length, giant squids spend their lives in almost complete darkness. Their enormous eyes, the largest of any known animal, help detect faint light and movement deep underwater. Instead of chasing prey over long distances, giant squids rely on surprise. Two specialized feeding tentacles shoot forward at incredible speed. Powerful suckers lined with sharp, tooth-like rings grab struggling prey. Then everything is pulled toward a razor-sharp beak capable of slicing through flesh. Even today, scientists rarely observe giant squids alive. Most of what we know comes from stranded specimens, deep-sea cameras, and the scars found on sperm whales after violent underwater battles. The deep ocean still hides many of their secrets. Sarcosuchus, the supercroc. While giant predators ruled the oceans, rivers had monsters of their own. One of the largest was Sarcosuchus, often called the supercroc. Living around 110 million years ago, Sarcosuchus reached nearly 12 meters in length. Its skull alone measured almost 2 meters. Unlike modern crocodiles that mainly target fish and medium-sized mammals, Sarcosuchus may have hunted dinosaurs that ventured too close to riverbanks. Like living crocodiles, it relied on patience rather than speed. It waded beneath murky water, nearly invisible. Then, with explosive force, it lunged forward, clamping powerful jaws around unsuspecting prey. The attack lasted only seconds. Its victims rarely escaped. Orcas, giants with extraordinary intelligence. Size isn't everything. Sometimes intelligence creates an even more dangerous predator. Enter the orca, also known as the killer whale. Growing up to 10 meters long, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. But what truly sets them apart isn't their size, it's their brains. Orcas hunt in highly organized family groups called pods. Each pod develops unique hunting techniques passed down through generations. Some create waves to wash seals off floating ice. Others intentionally beach themselves to catch prey before sliding safely back into the sea. Some work together to separate young whales from protective adults. Their teamwork rivals that of wolves or lions. No other marine predator combines size, speed, strength, and intelligence quite like the orca. It's no surprise they're considered today's undisputed apex predators. Quetzalcoatlus, hunter of the ancient skies. Not all giant hunters lived in water. Some ruled the air. One of the largest flying animals ever discovered was Quetzalcoatlus. With a wingspan approaching 11 meters, it dwarfed any bird alive today. Standing as tall as a giraffe on the ground, this giant pterosaur could soar for long distances using warm air currents. Scientists believe it hunted small dinosaurs, reptiles, mammals, and other animals using its long spear-like beak. Imagine looking up and seeing something with wings wider than a small airplane silently circling overhead. Ancient skies were just as dangerous as ancient seas. What allowed these hunters to become so large? Growing enormous isn't easy. Large predators require huge amounts of food. They need efficient bodies, strong hearts, powerful muscles, excellent senses, and successful hunting strategies. Nature solved these challenges in different ways. Sharks evolved lightweight skeletons made mostly of cartilage. Marine reptiles developed streamlined bodies for speed. Squids relied on jet propulsion. Orcas evolved complex communication and teamwork. Every giant hunter became a specialist perfectly adapted to its environment. Size alone never guaranteed survival. Efficiency did. Why did so many giant hunters disappear? If these predators were so successful, why aren't they still here? The answer lies in Earth's constantly changing environment. Mass extinctions wiped out entire ecosystems. Changing ocean temperatures altered food supplies. Continents shifted. Sea levels rose and fell. Some giant predators simply couldn't adapt quickly enough. Others lost the prey they depended on. Large animals also reproduce slowly, making it harder for populations to recover after environmental disasters. Eventually, many giants disappeared forever. Only their fossils remain. The legacy of nature's giants. Although Megalodon, Mosasaurus, and Sarcosuchus vanished long ago, their influence lives on. Modern sharks inherited streamlined hunting bodies. Crocodiles still use ambush tactics perfected over millions of years. Squids remain among the ocean's fastest predators. Orcas continue proving that intelligence can be as powerful as size. Evolution never starts from scratch. It builds upon what already works. Today's predators are living reminders of the giants that came before them. So which was the greatest hunter? That's a difficult question. If you measure raw bite force, Megalodon wins. If you value adaptability, Mosasaurus stands out. For stealth and mystery, giant squids dominate the deep. For intelligence and teamwork, orcas are unmatched. Each predator mastered its own world. Each became the ultimate hunter in its environment. Perhaps the true champion isn't one single animal, it's evolution itself. Over hundreds of millions of years, nature kept refining predators into astonishing masterpieces of engineering. Every giant hunter tells the story of survival through adaptation. Outro? The largest hunters ever built by nature weren't mythical monsters. They were real animals that once ruled our planet. They hunted with crushing jaws, incredible speed, razor-sharp senses, and intelligence that still amazes scientists today. Some disappeared during mass extinctions. Others evolved into the predators we know now. But every one of them helped shape Earth's ecosystems and the history of life itself. Their fossils remind us that our planet has always been a place of fierce competition, where only the most capable hunters reach the top of the food chain. And perhaps the most incredible part is this: we've explored more of the moon than the deepest parts of our own oceans. Who knows what giant predators or their undiscovered relatives may still be waiting in the darkness? The next time you stand beside the sea and look out across the horizon, remember, those waters have witnessed battles between giants beyond anything humans have ever seen. And the story of nature's greatest hunters is still being written. If you enjoyed this journey through the biggest predators ever created by evolution, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more incredible wildlife and prehistoric mysteries, and let us know in the comments. Which giant hunter amazed you the most, and which one would you least want to encounter? Because when it comes to nature, reality will always be more astonishing than fiction.